Hi everyone. So I have the pleasure today to announce the 2021 YMP Eira Award winner, Maggie Layman. Congratulations. So she's the Vice President Exploration for Osisko Development Corp. She is a professional geologist with over 15 years of experience in mineral exploration in diverse ore deposits throughout Canada, and of course a proven track record of bringing success to major and junior mining companies. Maggie led the Bakerville gold mine team on the Caribou Gold project throughout efficient exploration with technical team and ensuring compliance of drill projects. And prior to joining Bakerville, Maggie worked as a drill manager and project geologist for Valiant and Independent Gold Corp. Maggie's also an active volunteer with the AME Indigenous Relationship and Reconciliation Committee. I hope it covers it all, but congratulations, Maggie. Well deserved on the award.
Yeah, thank you, Bianca. How are you today?
I'm doing good. Can't wait for in-person meeting and event, but we'll do just fine.
Someday, hopefully, right.
So let's start from the beginning. I guess the easy question is, how did you start your career in mining?
Yeah, it is pretty interesting because I don't come from a mining background. It's one of those funny stories of having a rock collection when you're a kid, and then just being curious. And anyways, when I finished high school and I was trying to figure out what to study in university, I kind of remembered that and took a few geology courses. And I'm originally from St. John's, Newfoundland, which has incredible geology and beautiful landscapes. And so then my first summer job was with the Geological Survey, and I got the opportunity to work in the field in Central Labrador. So that was exploring that incredible wilderness out there, and after that I knew that this is what I wanted to do. Getting into the mining industry, after university, I was offered a job in Sudbury, Ontario, working with Inco, which then later became Vale. And, of course, Sudbury is such a rich history of mining, and, it was an obvious choice to get involved in, get some mineral exploration experience, learn more about mining, because there's such an excellent community in Sudbury of people to work with and learn from. And I always like the mineral exploration side of the industry, which eventually brought me out to British Columbia and away from nickel and more into the gold side of the business. I've been in BC then for the last 10 years exploring for gold.
That's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
And who or what comes to mind when we're talking about success or being successful? I know it's a very personal question to each and everyone, but just to you, what it means.
Right. I think it definitely has a lot of different meanings depending on the individual and depending on, where you are in your life and what you want to do. And for me, it's, maintaining a path and a vision of what you want your life to look like, and making decisions every day to work towards that goal. So, for example, with this company, with Osisko Development, we're currently working on the Caribou Gold project, and it's important for the company to create a vision. We want to build a safe, modern, environmentally sustainable operation that will, support generations to come, socially sustainable, and have a positive impact on those involved, whether it be the community and the stakeholders, or of course the shareholders, and making and building that mine would can ensure our success. So that would be an example of a success for me. We've also had success along the way with our discoveries and building the team. I think it's also important aspect of success is to always have gratitude for the opportunities that come your way, and that the experiences that you have, whether they're always positive, but they're not always going to be positive, but learning from that, and of course what life gives, and being able to share that success or those experiences with your family and friends and people who you love.
And is there someone in the industry, and it could be more than one person, that you look up to?
Oh yeah, there's so many people who I've worked with over the years. So many great mentors. Even some of my first managers at Ballet, Chris Davis and Arnie Burton, they really took the time to mentor me as a new graduate, and advance my technical skills and focus on what it takes to build a mine. Because when you're working in a very greenfields target, your perspective is different than when you're working in a big mining camp. So they were instrumental in giving me that knowledge. And of course, most recently, working with the Osisko team, namely Sean Rusin and Chris Loader, who are great leaders in the industry, and they understand and stress the importance of exploration and drilling. It's like, let's drill this target, we have to keep drilling, and that's what we've been doing for the last 6 years on this site. Sean Rusin has built several really successful companies, and Chris Loader has so much experience leading big teams, and has been instrumental in the growth of my career with this company. And of course, along the way, there's a lot of people, technical people, and who have given so much support and guidance. Paul Geddes, who's I've worked with throughout the years in my career. Chris Barnes, who's a sustainability with this company, and of course some strong technical people, Terry Harbord and Ruben Padilla. I also, the team here in the Caribou Gold Project, they're all very talented, and I do admire them for, the amazing, diverse talents that they have and that they bring to the company. And of course, being a woman in the industry, I have this wonderful network of colleagues and friendships where we're always, sharing ideas, and they're a great sounding board for, working in mining and mineral exploration.
Yeah, that's super important. What advice would you give to your 20-year-old self?
Oh, geez, yeah.
How about
20, it does seem like a long time ago, but it also seems like 5 minutes ago, right? I would tell myself to, take more risks, and, not take everything so seriously. Take some time to learn and listen and slow down a bit. Things that seemed like a really big deal at the time probably weren't, and you could, take it in stride a little bit more. Also, giving advice to your 20-year-old self. I think a lot of people go back and then decide to give advice to 20-year-olds. So it's important that when you're receiving advice when you're 20, because you do receive a lot of it when you're entering your career, is to kind of take it with a grain of salt, because a lot of people are, they're giving you their life experience and what they think you should do, but it's not always the same path that you're on. So it's, follow what you want to do and your goals, and create that and go from there, and don't compare yourself to others.
Wow, that's really good. So my next question, I usually ask this because we have a lot of young members and recent graduates that are starting their career. And often one of the questions people ask is, what does it take to be a good leader? And now you're in a leadership position. So according to you, what does it take to be a good leader?
Yeah, it's always listening to your team, but also, making the decisions. That is, taking all of that into account, but also doing what's best for the project and for the company. From working on the Caribou Gold Project for the last 6 years, it's what I've learned to be a good leader. You need to share the information, and you want your team to be successful individually in their careers, and to delegate and assign the appropriate work for that individual and how they want to grow in their career. And I think a lot of people, the feedback that you get over the years, that people want to have autonomy in their job, so that they're engaged and empowered, and they understand that they're contributing to a really big project, and their work really matters, and it's making a difference in the overall organization. Being present, showing up, and creating a positive example to support and support professional development in others. I think also being a good leader, it's creating a team, knowing how to carefully select the people that are going to work the best together and make your project a success. Because we're really fortunate here to have this talented, diverse team, and everybody's got different levels of expertise, and it works really, really well, and that's that shows a lot of our success. And of course, when challenges arise, to be a good leader, to listen to people, like I said. But when challenges, things like of course COVID, so, and having a plan so that the team feels like their manager cares about them and their well-being, and not just production, right? And I think Osisko development did a great job with dealing with COVID. For example, we've got a testing lab here on site. So it shows that we have an engaged workforce. We're being a good neighbor. We're taking health and safety very seriously, so that there's a lot of stress that goes along with COVID and working up at a mine site. So we're trying to lead the mining industry in that way. So working in the bush is not easy. So it's important to check in, build relationships, and to have empathy.
Now, my next question is a bit more personal, but I think it's a good one to get to know the speakers or the person I'm interviewing. But do you have a morning routine, whether it's pre-work or at work?
Yeah, I wish I could say that, I get up and run 10K or something, but no, my morning routine, I guess it is a routine, but it's like I get up and I chug a bunch of coffee, and then I walk up to the 7 a.m. safety meeting. We've got a safety meeting every day, and that 10-minute walk in the morning up to the office is a nice way to kind of get a little bit of fresh air and get your thoughts together, and make some goals for the day and think about things. And but yeah, it's a pretty short morning routine.
Oh, good enough. Then up to work. Yeah. But so, which book have you given the most?
Okay. I love to read, and reading is probably one of my favorite things to do in my downtime. So I can actually think of two books now. This first one is this book called The Tiger by Valiant. He's a Vancouver-based author, and it's a true story about a tiger in Russia, and it's this excellent mix of history and adventure. It's probably my favorite book, and I really, it's a true story, and I really, really enjoyed it. The second one that I like to give, and I often recommend to people working in exploration, is Chris Hadfield's An Astronaut's Guide to Life on Earth. And when I read that years ago, it is a funny, surprising amount of similarities to living and working in a remote field camp as there are to going on a space mission. Space mission. You can't run out and grab something at the store when you need it. It's the things like safety, attitude, teamwork, being prepared, having self-awareness, setting goals are all relevant, working in space and then working in a remote field camp. And of course, the thing I took away from that the most is it's important to have fun while you're at work. When you're prepared and you know what you're doing, the work is supposed to be fun, and you can have a little bit of downtime while you are working.
Oh, that's really good, really interesting. Any plans you can share with us for 2021, whether it's in your role or within the company?
Plans for 2021. Yeah, so many plans. We've been working up here the last couple of weeks, really solidifying some of the details for that. It's going to be one of our biggest years for exploration. We currently have 10 rigs on the property, and we'll be working on things like resource conversion or infill programs to support a feasibility study. We'll be, drill testing our greenfields targets, and advancing other discoveries to the drilling stage. So we've got we've got a talented team here who are making it all happen. And of course, health and safety is at the forefront of everything we do. COVID-19, of course, is continuing to present challenges, but everybody's working really well together, and we have solid procedures in place so that we can continue on with our work and substantially lower the risk of that. The company is also progressing with the environmental assessment, and plans are moving ahead with our big project. It's shaping up to be a really exciting year, and we're all looking forward to it. It's going to be great.
So Maggie, just before we wrap up the interview, I just want to know if you have any last piece of advice you would give to our YMP members that are listening.
Yeah, sure. Well, it's apart from the advice that I would give my 20-year-old self, it's, and so sort of the other things, if you have a goal and you know what you want to do, make decisions daily and work towards that. And at the end of the day, gold exploration is supposed to be fun. I think some people, sometimes it feels like, okay, it's really hard work. Building a mine is not easy, but it's, also being from Newfoundland, it's important to have a sense of humor. I really value that. And I think it's great advice to have fun while you work together, and also have gratitude and be thankful for the good things that you have on a day-to-day basis. It's also try to create some balance in your life, take care of your health, and enjoy your success, and learn from your mistakes and challenges. And of course, listen to your team.
Thank you so much, Maggie. It was great just chatting, just getting to know you. And once again, congratulations on winning the award. I mean, that's a big achievement and well deserved. So for everyone listening, just make sure you stay tuned and you follow our post on the announcement for the networking party that we'll host, where the winners will receive the awards. So thank you, everyone. Thank you, Maggie, once again.
Thanks, you too. Have a great day.